So hard to tell jokes. Okay, unknown area. Aspects of yourself that you and others aren't aware of, such as unconscious motives and impulses that strongly influence your interpersonal communication and relationships. While you can't gain access to this unknown area through critical and self-reflection, you can indirectly, I can't even see this, how could that be? I gotta go to the book because it's so light on this tape, I can't see it too well. Okay, so while you can't gain access to your own unknown area through critical self-reflection, you can indirectly infer, aspects of your unknown area by observing consistent pattern in your own behavior. So we're not going to know how we're going to act in every single situation. It's an unknown area. If it's the first time you enter a funeral, it's going to be an unknown area. So usually what happens, and unconsciously you observe others' behaviors. And culturally, there are a variety of different ways cultures facilitate their funeral services. So this unknown area we're building. The first time you went in a job interview, you're not going to know how well you did, how well you answered the questions. But the second time, you're like, well, I was a little slow in answering that. I maybe used too many examples on that one. So you're building. Okay, competently disclosing yourself. So really, how much information is enough information? So ways to improve your self-disclosure skills. Know yourself, know your audience. So whatever you may say to your siblings, you may not want to say to somebody new that you just met. Don't force others to disclose. We don't want to do that again, just because you're able to give information freely. Someone else, maybe culturally, maybe family, maybe gendered, do not want to disclose information. Avoid gender stereotypes, be sensitive to cultural differences, and go slowly. Yeah. So interacting online gives us freedom to be flexible with our identities and control how others perceive us. And maybe it is more effective to communicate online. I'm unaware of it, so you will have to tell me and we'll find out your impressions. So, and then selfie, a positive photo of yourself taken by yourself. Always consider the warranting value, very important phrase of information presented to you online. So what is a warranting value? The degree to which it is supported by other people and outside evidence. We establish what is warranting value, what is important to us. Does it warrant your value? So if you love an author, you give more warranting value to what that author is saying because you like what they've said before in their other books, and you give that author more power, so more warranting value. If you dislike someone, you may not give that person any warranting value because you don't like what they're saying. You don't like them, so therefore you don't like what they're saying. But we know that we're two different. This is the human body and everything that the human body, and this is what we say. So there really are two different avenues. So how do you improve your social media presence? So there are 3 ways to improve. Be wary of information that contradicts your self-image. It might not mean anything to you today, but tomorrow, come that very important job, you know, in my day, dancing with a lampshade on your head was far removed from something you didn't want people to see. Now it's a little different. Routinely conduct web searches on yourself. And then keep the interview test in mind, what I said. We are going to have a professional self, which is more of a self that we're developing. How do we act and how do we say where I'm easily understood and people understand me easily. And I'm using the best communication skills, reading and writing, and soft skills like interpersonal communication, being that better listener. And that's the key when you're in an interpersonal class, is to develop better listening skills, and also see how other people are listening to you. Okay, so we've identified the self. So again, on your Blackboard, you're going to see that you will be having a discussion board question with this chapter, as well as you had prior. Okay, so this was the lecture. Go into your day's information and finish the work that you have to. Okay, we'll see you on our next video for chapter 3.